Hey guys, welcome back to another video with your girl truly, Toya. And today's video is basically going to be a story time, and it's really about the time that I got into a car accident, which was recently. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. As I mentioned in the intro, today's video is going to be a story time about when I got in my car accident. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started and everything. But I do want to let you know that it did take a while for me to actually make this video, only because I really have been struggling to just get through this situation and everything, and it's just been hard. Just being real. I always want to be real with you guys. I never want to feel like I'm acting or putting on a show or putting up a front. I just really want to be real with you guys. So making this video, I'm finally able to make this video because I do want to put a lot of information in this video, not too much to overwhelm you, but just to uplift you. As I mentioned before in my past videos, these videos are not for me. These videos are for you, to uplift you and to encourage somebody who either is going through my situations or about to go through it, or going through another situation and feel like they cannot get through that situation. So we're just gonna get started. So basically 2 weeks ago, I got into a really bad car accident. Basically I was making a left turn and somebody coming across the light really fast, head on, hit me. And I'm not going to kind of go into a lot of details about like if I had the light, if they had the light. I did have a green light and everything. And as I was turning, you know, I always yield because I am the most careful driver. Like, I loved my car, and maybe I loved it too much. And because I won't say I worked hard for it, I did, but I want to give this credit to God. For my viewers out there that are not Christian, I'm not trying to sway you to become Christian. I'm not trying to sway you on some other beliefs. I just want to show you how powerful my God is and everything, and how he's still helping me to get through this situation. But as I mentioned, I'm a careful driver. Like, people laugh at me because I drive slow. All my friends, they pretty much know that I'm just like, oh, driving Miss Daisy. I have picked up speed a little bit since then, but I probably have gone back to like driving Miss Daisy once I get my car, which will be in the future. I don't know when, but God is capable, and I have manifested it and everything. But yes, so I yielded at that light. I didn't see any traffic coming, so I went on ahead to make my turn, and of course a speeding driver came and we hit collide on. I might I won't say I will, but I might put the pictures of the car, my car after the accident. It hurts to watch them. It hurts to look at those videos. I mean, at those pictures, because it just made me feel like I lost so much. And as I mentioned earlier, I really loved my car. I'm not gonna lie, I loved my car. I kept up with the maintenance. I had just gotten fresh tires on it. I would keep her clean as a whistle. Everybody who would get in my car, they'd be like, oh my gosh, Sway, your car is so clean. And I liked it like that because I knew that God had blessed me with this. Like at the time of getting this car, I didn't realize that my sister was working on my credit. And so, and guys, if I cry at moments, it's more so tears of joy, because I know what God is going to do for me, do for me in the near future. It ain't going to be something like way off in the future. It's going to be in the near future. So at the time of my accident, I was heading to work and everything. And prior to that time, I was also apartment hunting. So that weekend I already had made plans to go visit an apartment and everything, and go ahead and get the process started for that apartment and everything. But of course, with the accident, all of that kind of came to a halt. And I won't lie to you guys, I felt like life just stopped for me, like stopped. As I was sitting in the hospital, because I did get rushed to the hospital, as I was sitting there, I just cried, guys. I cried because I felt like life for me was over. It was like, that's how I felt. And I make this joke all the time, when I tell my story about my car accident. At the time that I saw my car, God, I was devastated. I was horrified, because I know how hard I had worked to get that car. Yes, God had made ways, but I wanted to prove to God that I was going to take care of what he had blessed me with and everything. And maybe somewhere in there, like, I kind of took my eyes off the Lord, and I started to worship my vehicle more than worship the one who provided that vehicle for me. And but I always told myself, I'm doing this because I want to show my God, the Lord, the only true and living God, that I will take care of whatever you give to me, Father, that I will take care of it. I will make sure that and so that's what I was trying to do. And to have it ripped out of my hands, I not only felt like I've disappointed myself, but I felt like I disappointed God. Like, how could this happen to me? How could I destroy the one thing that the Lord had given me? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I was trying to get this apartment, and I'm on a time crunch and everything. And it just felt like my life just started to crumble before my eyes. And people were telling me at the time, at the accident scene, it's a car, as long as you're okay. But I didn't want to hear any of that. I would tell people now the story. I would say, if I had my arm severed off, I didn't care if they was like, your arm is gone. Like, I would have looked at it and be like, my car, But of course, I would have been just as devastated about losing an arm or a limb, because, hey, now I got to figure out, I can't even drive no more, because how am I going to drive with one arm, and everything? Or, people do it, but at that time, you feel like when something's taken away from you that holds precious to you, you feel as if, like, there's obstacles that you can't get over and everything. And so that's how I felt and everything. And over the course of these few weeks, I've been having terrible dreams. They've subsided down because I have prayed. I've learned to get up in the morning, in the middle of the night, and pray when those dreams come, or meditate and everything. Sometimes I do them, sometimes I don't. But it was more so every morning that I would wake up, it was like numbing, like a I don't even know the word for it. It was a pain, as if like, Lord, why am I still here? Like everything for me just keeps messing up. Why do you keep me on this earth? Can you please tell me my mission and please remove me? Like that's how I felt for a few days. And of course my family would call and ask me how I'm doing, and I had to deal with having to deal with the insurance company and calling my lender who I was financing the car through. Like all of that was like, it was as if my somebody was wrapping their hands around my throat. And the more things I had to worry about, the insurance company, the letters, the other people who was in the accident with me, like it felt like my air supply was closing up and I felt like I could not breathe and everything. And I was just like, Lord, I don't want to go out like this. If you're going to take me, just poof me out of here. Like, I don't want to go through more pain than I'm already am. And so, it's still hard, guys. It's been going on 3 weeks. Of course, my job has let me work from home, and that's a blessing in its own self. And, I ended up start apartment hunting again, and of course everybody's at full capacity. But guys, I started to pray, and I'm not no Bible scholar. I don't know scriptures, but the little bit of scriptures that I do know, I am the head, not the tail. Anything that I ask in your name, Father, you will supply. I started to quote those scriptures, and I started to talk to God through those scriptures. I started to pray, and I started to pray those scriptures as I prayed. Like, Lord, you see my situation. You see what I need. You see where I was trying to go in life. If I took my eyes off of you for just one moment or a couple of seconds or a few minutes, God, forgive me. And now I know that you are guiding this ship, because look, let me tell you something. When you know the Lord and you're dependent on him without a shadow of a doubt, a lot of times what your family members might say to you are coming from a worldly standpoint. Yes, of course, they'll quote a few scriptures or say depend on the Lord, but in reality, they're like, look, this situation is there and you got to fix it right now. Look, we can't wait on Jesus, okay? He taking too long. And if we wait on him, then it's only going to get worse. And I refuse to believe that. Yes, I am on a time crunch. Yes, I do need to get an apartment. But God's timing is on time and everything. And God can stop time for you. God can stop time for you. If I'm going to say that again, God can stop time for you. He's not bound by the ways of this world. He's not bound by our timeline. He's not bound by worldly things. He's not bound by human obstacles. He created this whole thing through words. You know, like, I wasn't trying to come on here and preach, but I just want to tell you guys that God is able, and I'm believing in him. You know, sorry, I told y'all if I cried, it's tears of joy. So, I'm just here, and there is an ultimate testimony coming out of all of this. There is an ultimate testimony. I started to read a book, and I think I presented this book to you guys in the last video, and this book is called Friend of Sinners, and I'm just going to bring it up a little bit close. Friend of Sinners. This book right here showed me that God is my friend. He's not in the sky looking down